Hi everyone, welcome to the channel, Nook Gardener. Just like to say thank you to all the subscribers who left comments in the last video saying well done for getting better. No, I appreciate it really. I wasn't that ill, but, just a bit of a bummer, isn't it, in the middle of summer. But yeah, no, thank you very much for all the comments and everything, all the well wishes. And yeah, I'm at the plot today anyway. Got to do some tidying up really. So first thing, we're going to chop down all the sweet corn, get it all in the compost bin. I've got to weed the potato bed and harvest that today. I mean, it's a bit of a shame really, because all this stuff down here, that's all green manure, that's all Phycelia. So it's a bit of a shame that I'm going to dig it all up and remove them all and compost them all already. I'm hoping there will be more weed seeds, not weed seeds, sorry, Phycelia seeds. I mean, there's bound to be weed seeds. I mean, look at that there. Sorry about my shadow. Yeah, there's a few weeds about to flower, and some have already set seed and blown their seed around. So no doubt I'll probably get a load of weed seeds coming up anyway. But yeah, I'm just going to harvest these today. I'm not hoping for much because I got frosted twice. Rats have been in there. They died down pretty quick. So if there are any potatoes in there, I'm not expecting a massive amount. And if there are any, they've probably all been damaged by slugs and rats by now. So I want to get a load of stuff in the compost bin. I've got some comfrey here as well. I've got to chop down in a minute to pop in there. I've been given some rabbit bedding, sawdust and what have you from the customer, which I've popped in here, a load of newspapers and stuff which has got rabbit urine on it and that. Some sweet corn I didn't get around to eating, and a few little bits of stuff from home. So yeah, hopefully, I don't know if I'm going to get into this bed today. Depends how much enthusiasm I've got. But yeah, the plot is looking a bit of a state. I mean, that strawberry bed is full of tomatoes. So that obviously all came from the compost. Right, I better start cracking on. Another thing, I've got to harvest this giant pumpkin today because, judging by the weather and this exposed site, it's going to get cold. I'm pretty sure that's, oh, I don't know. Is it ready? I'm going to harvest it anyway because I don't want it to freeze. And I want to get the weight of it. But yeah, I mean, that leaf's died down, that tendril's died down. The stalk's actually gone orange. I thought it's supposed to go brown. But I'm going to harvest it anyway. I mean, I'm going to try and keep it somewhere warm to let it cure so it don't rot before Halloween. Right, I'm just going to get set up over here to do the sweet corn. That's got the first couple of sort of rows done. Just chopping them up as I go, leaving the roots in. But I could probably do lobbing a bit of this comfrey in first, pop on top of the other carbon materials, what's already in there. Because I presume, because it's dried out quite a lot, there's going to be quite a bit of carbon in the sweet corn. Right, so yeah, like I said, I'll leave all the ones with flowers on because the pollinators are still all over this comfrey. A nice big fat black bumblebee there. Another little pollinator just on there. Look. Cool. Right, yeah, I'm going to get all these bits with all the seeds so I don't go everywhere. And comfrey is awesome. Bioaccumulator, full of nutrients and everything. Awesome for popping in your compost, giving to your worms, etc. So yeah, I'm going to lob that in there now. So that's the comfrey tidied up. Left all the flowers on still, taken all the ones what have been pollinated. So we can leave some flowers for the bees. Yeah, so the compost filling up quite nicely really. I'll probably get in there in a bit and just turn it down a bit. Possibly add some water. In fact, I will add some water. Yeah, that was a ladybird on there. Look, so I'll leave it for a little while just so they get a chance to fly out. Yeah, so I've added the corn, the first bit of corn. I'll add the rest of the corn now. It didn't take too long. Got pumpkin in the middle there. I'll probably have to harvest all these pumpkins today so I don't get frosted actually. Just trying to find somewhere to put them. Right, yeah, so going to lob that in the compost bin and start on the potatoes. It's going to take a little bit of time. I will hoe this over as well. There's quite a few ladybirds and insects on the soil here, look. I don't know if you can see, there's 3 there, there's 1 there. So I don't want to hoe them there yet. I'm just going to give them a chance to escape. But yeah, so the next job, let's harvest some potatoes. Right, that's all the, well, not all of them, but most of the weeds, all the ground cover ones taken out. There's still a few deep rooted ones that I couldn't pull out. So I'm going to have to dig them all out. I know I'm no dig, but when it comes to a situation like this, I think that's the only way to really get them all out, I think, is dig them. It's had so much compost on it over the last couple of years, it would probably do, well, it'll help incorporate it into the soil anyway. It's not going to improve the soil, digging it, but I think that's the only way to get all the potatoes out, because they're going to be quite small and everything. Anyway, I'm going to crack on. I'll show you what I've got at the end, or you know, if I see anything interesting along the way, I'll stop and video it. Okay, that's all the potatoes harvested then. Oh, apart from one in the middle there, look. Oh, skip that one. So, not a bad overall harvest. There's quite a lot there. A few have got scab, a few, well, stabbed a couple. It's inevitable anyway when you're doing it with a fork. So quite a few have got scab on them. Well, that's a particularly bad one there. But most of them are alright, they're fairly edible. I did see a couple with holes in. Well, that one there's got a hole in this there that doesn't look very deep. So it might not be too bad. But these came out a lot better than the ones did at home. The ones at home were terrible compared to this. Yeah, like a couple damaged by a fork. But generally, yeah, there weren't any massive potatoes there. That's probably like one of the biggest. So not many jackets, but they're decent size for salads and stuff. There's a couple of little red ones, one or two, not many. There's pink fir apple in here. I'm not 100% sure what these were, to be honest. I'll have to probably look back at the video. I thought they were Performer, but looking at them I don't think they are. So I'm not sure what they are, but hopefully they'll taste good. They should do. They're all homegrown. So yeah, a bit more stuff for the compost. I suppose it's time to have a look at the pumpkin. Okay then. Yeah, it's not too heavy. I've just had a little lift. I'll try and lift it up for that, and it's not too bad. So I've got a bag here, and hopefully these scales will work. Don't turn them on yet in case I don't. There's a little ladybird here, look. Yeah, that's it, fly off. So we're going to cut this then. I suppose the whole vine's going to die. Oh, actually it won't, it's rooted there. You're supposed to cut it each side of the vine like that. want to store it so that you don't damage the stem. So what I'll do, we'll zero this bag first. I'm going to have to weigh it in this. Please work, scales, please work. Mind you saying that, it's worth it. Alright, so that weighs 10. Alright, that's zeroed. So that bag was like 30 grams or something. Right, let's see if we can just roll it straight in it. Oh, look at all that from there. Try and get some of that mud off so we don't cheat with the weight. Probably a good job it didn't go mouldy. So I'm going to try and get it, possibly, I might try and get it in the greenhouse. Right, this is still on, that's good. Right, I'm going to have to try and take a photograph of this as well. Send it into Elaine. Oh. I'm upside down, what is that? That is saying, oh. Right, I'll edit that bit out. I'm going to have to take a photograph for Elaine. So I can't pick it up with one hand, try and get the camera on it and take a photo all at the same time. So I'm going to have to try and get Meadow or someone to give me a hand with that. But yeah, happy with the weight of that. I'm glad it hasn't rotted at the bottom of anything. I just hope I can cure it and get it to survive till Halloween so Meadow can carve it up. So I might have run out of motivation now to do anything else today. I know I've still got to do these 2 brassica cages at some point. I might be able to come over here during the week. I think I'm over here on Tuesday. So as long as I've got the energy and willpower to do it, I'll do that. But I need to get a wheelbarrow, get this pumpkin in the van, get the potatoes in the van. There's a hollyhock down here, what I pulled out from the potatoes. Hopefully that will survive. It's got a fairly big old root system on it. So hopefully it will do. Try and get it in the pot or something when I get home. But yeah, when I do get home, I think I'll show you what I've been up to in the back garden because I've been busy. One of my customers gave me a summer house. Well, we're just going to get rid of it and skip it. So I asked them if I could have it and they said yeah. It's a bit of a beast to move and everything. It's really heavy, but I've managed to get the floor down and the walls, but the roof's, I think I need an extra pair of hands, so I'm going to have to wait during the week when one of my mates is free to give me and my other mate Matt a hand to get it done. But yeah, perhaps give you a little show of that when I get home and maybe try a chili if I'm brave enough. But that's it at the allotment here today, I think. Sun's coming out, it's a lovely day. Nobody else is here. But yeah, I think I need to go and sort out these potatoes and pumpkin first. So I'll see you when I get home. Bye bye. Right, I'm back home now, back in the back garden. I'll just give you a little look at what's going on with the single seed potatoes. So they're all pretty much dying off now. Some of the stems really died off down there, but that's not blight or anything, that's just where the stem was damaged and they've just died off from that. So I might harvest these next weekend. Meadow's here next weekend, if she can help me maybe harvest them. But yeah, I'll be saving a few of these for anyone who wants any really. So let me know in the comments if you want some condor. But yeah, pretty much been neglecting the garden and the greenhouse. The melons have completely gone yellow and I should have cut them down ages ago. A lot of the marigolds around the edges have died. The chilies though, the Armageddon, not the Armageddon, sorry, the Carolina Reaper, that one's doing alright. There's an even better one just there, look. Pretty much 100% ripe, that one, so I don't know if I'm going to eat that one today. I might try one of the Armageddons up here. But my mate Matt came round yesterday to help me with a little project I've been doing. I'll show you in a minute. But he said he thinks these are Armageddon crossed with Carolina Reapers. When Loz showed his Armageddons from the veg plot, his looked different to these. So I think these are probably what Matt said they are, Carolina Reaper crossed with Armageddons. Look at the size of that cucumber. So the cucumbers, they're still producing pretty well, even though I haven't been in here to eat anything this last week. Been so busy because I was ill, I backed up all my work and everything, and the bad weather hasn't helped. So I pretty much neglected this in there. But yeah, not Scotch bonnet, sorry, the Bishop's Crown, they're looking really good. I'm probably going to make a spaghetti bolognese with these later, use them as a pepper rather than a chilli. But yeah, I mean, I've been harvesting some of these cucumbers, and there's a couple more dangling down there. Yeah, just been giving away to customers and meadow and stuff really. I did get the pumpkin measured properly. Meadow helped me. I actually dropped it off around her house, let it what's the word, you know, mature a bit, let the skin get a bit harder and that. So I've managed to get a photo of the weight, and I'm going to send that to Elaine today. Just need to find your email address, Elaine. Hopefully I've got it somewhere. Okay, my Brussels sprout has actually leaned over now. I don't know if you can see in there. It's got a tiny little stake on it, but it was so windy, but it's blown over, so I'm going to have to try and get in there and sort that out. But I haven't topped it yet either. Probably should do to help the Brussels get a bit bigger. The broccoli, completely forgot to pick that up the other day, and now it's started to flower. But there's a nice bit just there. I can't believe the verbena is still flowering. That's doing really well. We've had quite a bit of rain lately, so the lawn or the grass has actually recovered a bit. But yeah, the calendula's looking nice, filled up all that gap. There's loads of seedlings of the wallflowers down there, which is good. A lot of my customers like them, so I might just leave all them in over winter and prick them out, give them to them in the spring. Potato over here, Christmas potato. Got battered by the wind and looks like it's been had by the slugs and that. But there's only a tiny little seed potato in there, so hopefully that'll do well. Got some seeds from the Agapanthus, try and save them I suppose. So what have I been doing around here then? Well, one of my customers, like I said, gave me a summer house. So I decided to take this wall down because it's got a bay window there, let a bit more light in, so I could put seedlings in there now. The only thing I've got to do is put a roof on. I mean, it's so heavy. Me and my mate Matt did all this yesterday. I wasn't expecting to get this far, to be honest, because we had to take the wall down and stuff. It wasn't even supported, it was just sort of leaning up, so took that down. And yeah, the roof's over here. But it's really, really heavy. Just about squeezed my van in down here. But hopefully on Tuesday we're going to get that popped on the roof here. But yeah, it's got a bay window this side as well. So my customers were just going to get a skip and skip it. It's got double glazed doors. So it's all ply lined and everything. The only thing what was wrong with it was the back floor. I don't know if you can see through the light. Back floor was rotted away, so I put a new, you can't even see, put a new little joist across the back there for it to sit on, just. But I'm going to have to get some more wood to put down here as a new floor, just to fill in the gaps so no mice and stuff get in here. But yes, 2.5 by 2.1 metres, and yeah, so much better than the old crappy thing what was here, the old chicken coop. What was leaking, roof and everything. I mean, I'm probably going to have to get more felt for the roof But yeah, hopefully get this, well, the roof on Tuesday and get the rest of it all ply lined again. I've got to fix a couple of bits down here which was rotted away. I've got some wood inside. I've put a little joist along here and patch that up there, and the same on this side down here. But I'll patch this up just down here. But once I've sorted all that out, I can then get rid of all this here. And I've got an old lawnmower under here which I'm going to try and get rid of at the local lawnmower shop, because it's got a nice Honda engine on it, but the actual lawnmower's crap really. But the engine's pretty good. Right, yeah, so it's going to let a lot more light through here, and like I say, I can pop seedlings on the windowsill in there. A little bit concerned along here, because I'm not sure if anything's holding this up really, other than just the soil. But yeah, hopefully get that sorted soon. Like I say, Tuesday I've got to try and organise a couple of mates to give me a hand to lift the roof on, because it's, like I say, mega heavy. But yeah, it was a bit of a mission to get it round here, I've got to say. But yeah, saved me quite a bit of money, that has, and I was going to try and do it next year, because I didn't think I'd have the time or the money this year. But if I can get that sorted before winter and get some of my kit in there over winter and keep it dry, absolute result. It'd be a nice little potting on shed, stuff like that. Awesome. Anyway, give you a little look in the jungle greenhouse. I'm going to have to get in here and sort it out soon, I really am. Ooh, I might do a chilli taste later on, after I've had a couple of beers, build up a bit of Dutch courage. Anyway, thanks for watching, and give us a thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever, and have a good week. Goodbye.